Welcome to our channel. Thank you for joining us. Today it's the 1st of March 2022. It's supposed to be the beginning of spring. The birds are singing, the sun is shining. I want to plant some peas. Unfortunately, it's still far too cold to plant peas directly outside. Even though we've got raised beds covered with plastic to heat up the temperature of the soil is still far too cold. So what we're going to do some indoor sowing of seeds, of pea seeds. Now over the years I've tried lots of different ways of doing this. I've put seeds in modules, I've put seeds in drain pipes, all sorts of different things. But the way that I devised a couple of years ago is the best way that I've ever found of doing indoor sowing of seeds. I'm just going to share this with you today. The way that I do this is I put the seeds in large seed trays in cardboard sleeves. And the sleeves are eventually going to be pulled out to release the peas, which will be binding together and will be able to be put into the trenches outside. But that's a long way off. I'm going to go through this step by step, stage by stage. To begin with, what I need is a nice deep seed tray. These are the two sorts of seed trays that I would often use when I was doing this sowing technique. They need to be quite deep, 2 or 3 inches deep. Deeper the better really. Shallow seed trays, it doesn't really work so well. So it's a seed tray like this. This is my preferred option, this one here. I really love this particular type of tray for this job. So I've got my tray, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some cardboard sleeves to go into the tray. If you've got one of these long trays, I want 2 cardboard sleeves to fit into the tray. I'm going to put the compost in there, the seeds on top. They're going to grow away for quite a few weeks until eventually I'm going to lift these out and plant them into the garden. The making of the sleeves. This is what some people find a little bit difficult. It's actually very, very easy. The size of the sleeve is going to depend very much obviously upon your seed tray. But once you've decided which seed tray you're going to use, you then just need to make one template of the particular sleeve that you're going to use. You need a supply of cardboard. It doesn't have to be special cardboard, but it does need to be fairly strong cardboard, not flimsy. It needs to be fairly strong, heavy-duty sort of cardboard. We've just had a delivery of some David Austin roses, and the cardboard boxes are absolutely ideal. So you've got your template that you've made. All that you do then is you mark the template out onto your cardboard and you just cut them out as and when you need them. You just need a sharp knife like that and you just score down and cut out the cardboard to make the sleeves. So in this particular piece of cardboard, I would probably get 3 of these sleeves, I think. So you've got your cardboard, use a template to make more, and then cut them out and you have your sleeves. Once you've got your sleeves, you put them into the tray, so, and you then put in your compost. I'm using a general multi-purpose compost, a good quality multi-purpose compost, and I'm putting the compost into the sleeves. Now I want a nice depth of compost in these sleeves, because I want the roots to be able to grow really, really well. I want a nice depth. I mean, if it's possible, it's a good idea to try and get 2 inches of depth in your sleeves. It depends obviously on the depth of the tray that you are using. If you can get 2 inches, then that would be absolutely fantastic. So we're putting our compost in. I think that's about right for this particular type of tray. Just firming it down very, very gently. I want a little bit more down at that end maybe, but this isn't an exact science. As long as you've got enough in, it'll be perfectly okay. Okay, so that's that stage of the operation. What I'm going to do now then is I'm going to water the compost. good watering. Okay, and now we're going to put some seeds on. We are sowing Early Onward, which is one of my favourite early peas. Very old variety, it's still one of my favourites, Early Onward. So we're going to put the peas onto the compost. I'm going to put the peas fairly close together. I don't want a lot of space between them, I want them fairly close together. I want them to grow down, to germinate and to grow down, and for the roots to knit the compost together. And you need to have quite a few peas in that. Should be okay for that side. Then we go over to this side. Really is a lovely morning this morning. The birds are singing outside, the sun is shining. Still quite a chilly wind, but there are certainly signs of spring on the way. Okay then, that should be absolutely fine now. I've got just the right number of seeds in, I think. So we have our seeds in the sleeves in the tray. We're now going to cover with our compost. I guess I'm probably going to put about 1/2 inch maybe, something like that. Somewhere between 1/2 inch and 1 inch possibly on top. Firming down gently. Okay, I'm quite pleased with that. Again, I'm now watering. Good. So these trays containing the sleeves of the pea seeds are going to be put now into a cool greenhouse or a greenhouse with some gentle heat. Before long they'll be germinating away, and over the weeks they should grow to a good height and the root system should really develop, and it should knit all of that compost together so that eventually when we're going to plant these outside we should be able to take the sleeves out and the whole mass of pea plants should come out quite nicely to go into the trench. That part of the operation we actually filmed last year. If you would like to, if you have a look at one of our videos from last year, Innovative Ways of Growing Peas Part 2, it will actually show where we take the sleeves out and put the peas into the trenches. I've tried lots of different ways over the years, but this is definitely the best way that I've found of sowing peas indoors. Hope you have a go. Hope it works for you. Thank you.